Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a early LEGO Harry Potter set review. Today we're looking at set number 76427. This is Buckbeak, retailing for $59.99 USD or $79.99 Canadian. This is going to be available beginning on June the 1st. It was sent to me early by LEGO and Land to do a review for. This is not my favorite set. It's my least favorite of the wave. And that is why this is the final review that we're doing for this wave. It's a buildable character. I'm not the biggest buildable character fan, unless it's done, like, really well, like some other themes. But to me, it doesn't scream Harry Potter. And, okay, there is parts of this, stability-wise, I'm not the biggest fan of. But when I look at this, though, and I think, okay, like, yeah, you know, it's a fine model. It reminds me of, like, you know, a Creator 3-in-1 set that they have, like, mythical creatures. They did a dragon or something. I don't know. And then guess what? Well, for the other builds, what do you need to do? You need to have this side part here so that you can take those pieces to make the other two builds. And it just, it hit me like a wall. But I don't know. There's something about this. I think there's no printed eye that we'll talk about. So stability-wise, why does this thing keep falling over? Well, it's how the legs are built. It's interesting that you're actually positioning this on 4 studs there on each of them, which is kind of annoying in terms of posability. Like, look at that. It's fallen over here. It's not very strong because of that. I think if the feet were a little bit bigger or flatter or something, but because of this, it just doesn't really work. I think, yeah, you can move the talons up in the front a little bit bigger there to help sort of have it stand a little stronger. But these feet, as you move this around, it's not working, I don't think. And look how much pressure it's putting on the front. Like, it's completely now pushed down. Just, I'm not even playing with it that much, and I guess this is maybe more of a display piece, but I don't think that these back legs are contributing to the weight of this at all. Like this one here, this back one, it's not even touching the floor. Building technique-wise, I really love the front talons. I think they look good. I think, you know, the way that you can sort of pivot them is pretty good on that mixel joint, and the light gray works here. I'm not going to complain about it needing to be recolored because it fits with this color scheme. I think the anti-studs here are a little bit jarring, and I maybe would have liked to see, I don't know, reverse this or something, just make this, you know, flat. I'm not a big fan of that look. I like the tufts here of fur and everything, even how it's sort of there on the front of the chest. I think that looks pretty nice, and just how that's accomplished there from underneath, I think looks fine. As you continue up the neck, I think that looks pretty good, and I love how the ball joints are actually in white, both the connection point and the actual ball joint. So that looks really nice, instead of, again, like I would have said below, with it just being this ugly black color or dark gray, just not fitting. But that is pretty seamless there. So here's the head, and this is my biggest issue, I think, when it comes to the actual model, besides stability. It's just, this doesn't scream Harry Potter. It just feels generic. Like, this could have been anything. I look at the really cool Buckbeak minifigure scale that we've got, and, like, look at that incredible printing on the eye there. Just imagine if they created a print for that. I think it would stand out just that much more. I mean, heck, look at this small head wig from the Privet Drive set. Those are printed eyes. Feels like Harry Potter. This has none of that. The mouth is interesting here. I think the beak part use there is good. You can even move these bits here on the back of the head up and down and inwards. Credit where credit's due. As I've been moving this around, you could see that the whole thing is sort of collapsed in, but that is one of the ways that this has been designed, to have Buckbeak be able to actually lie down, which is pretty neat that you have that ability, and it does let me show off the wings a little bit better. The wingspan for this is very impressive here with the size of this, and I love all these feathers here that you can move. I think that looks great, and you can sort of bend them all down. Again, you've got this foldable wing so that it looks like it's actually like pressed up against the body. And I do like that a lot. I actually didn't realize that from the original images, that is an ability that you have. I think texture-wise, I get why there's nothing on that side where there is over here on this side. I love those tiling there, how they've done that effect, where the dark gray continues and then dips into the white. Again, adding to the texture versus this side is relying on those round pieces, I guess, to create that. But again, there's a lot of, you know, you can move this a lot. Over here on this side, it's the exact same pattern, obviously, just flipped over here on this side. But this is pretty cool, like getting Buckbeak angry, raising the wings up like that. There is a lot that you can do with these wings and folding them back down. You want to take a figure, you could pretend that they're riding Buckbeak there on the back. The back looks pretty nice. I do like the arch here for the neck and how it continues over here into the tail. And you could bend this a lot, and there's a couple of sand blue elements in there to add to the sort of feather effect. And same here in the back legs. I really love how this is all closed off, and you can bend this a lot there, and just, again, the feather effect using those tiles looks pretty good. And of course, over here on the other side, it's just the exact same thing reflected. I do like these pieces here, adding a bit of bulk to the torso. This small build here off to the side is a cute addition. You've got two pumpkins here in two different colors. The build for that looks pretty good, and I like the stems and the leaves there. And the rest of this wall with all the cobblestone and different elements there looks pretty good. You've got some vines growing, and this wall is a pretty simple build. And you do have a crow up there that can also be moved and angled just a little bit there, like it's pecking. I don't know, to me, I compare this to last year's Expecto Patronum build, and this is the wolf version. Obviously, there was the stag version as well. But I think iconicity-wise and recognizability, this feels more magical and more in line with Harry Potter, I'd say, in a way. Something else that set had going for it was the fact that it did come with two figures here, which, again, I think that makes that stand out even more. It is actually a 2-in-1 as well. But having a figure in here, even if it's just, you know, a minifigure scale version of Buckbeak, would have gone a long way here, because a lot of times with those buildable characters, you do get a smaller version. So this is not interesting me. But anyways, everyone, that is my review of Buckbeak. Let me know down below. Am I being too hard on this set? For me, I think that I've explained why I'm not the biggest fan of this. I don't think it's a bad set, minus the stability. It just is not screaming something Harry Potter to me. It's not screaming, I need to go out of my way to get this for this exclusive thing here. I'm not sure. But comment down below, what do you think of this? I'm sure someone is absolutely going to love this thing, and they think that it's amazing and adorable, and they'll go out and of their way because they love Buckbeak to get this. But that's not something that I think I would do, besides 100%ing my Harry Potter collection. But I will say, positive thing, though, I am impressed by how much posability there is for this. I didn't expect that going in. Be sure to subscribe, turn the bell notification so you don't miss out on future LEGO Harry Potter set news and reviews. There's still some more stuff for the rest of the year for the theme that we have to look at here on the channel. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. We'll see you all in the next one.